Hello everyone, today I have a different video. Subscribe and like if you enjoy, and comment for any future video ideas. For this video I'm going to do a historical dive between a game between Emanuel Lasker as black and Carlos Torre Repetto as black. Repetto started off at d4, knight f6 by Lasker, knight f3. Main move is c4, although this is more of a Catalan setup. So he'll probably castle his bishop, castle, and then maybe try c4. Or if this pawn you can also start a couple with c4, and if they take the pawn, you always have this check, and then you pick up the pawn. That's the idea with this opening d6. So if this knight ever develops there, then bishop will come here with pinning it to the king. And in this position, we get this move, which is the Torre attack. And so it's a queen pawn opening Torre, and then Emanuel Lasker strikes back at c5. e6 is common to make sure you keep a pawn on the d4 square. And this move is also good because you're putting pressure onto this weak pawn here. That's the idea that was behind that move. Now take, so he's gonna take back bishop here, so that if the knight's taken, so the knight now can move without it hanging a queen, which is important. Knight bd2, he wants to support this knight, and if you're going to do that, then I'd probably push c pawn instead of e pawn. Take back here because center pawns are better than weak outside pawns. d6, just a waiting move, just keeping pressure in the center. Now it does allow bishop out to here, which could be a new nightmare for you, which could have unnecessary pressure. Now we get the c5, 6 square move. Again, I think should just get castle quickly. Yeah, I understand that move, so that you can just put a knight back there if it's taken, but you're locking your own light square bishop by doing that sort of maneuver. The bishop here, now there's pressure going. The two bishops are both facing this side of the board, and then you got knights that can jump out with your queen. Could be a little scary for black. And now he tries to get T-light square bishop developed. Knight this way, to make sure you have pieces on both sides of the board. Queen here, the white's playing that I'm castle the queen side instead of the king side. So it's a war. Now we got castles, right? Standard, rook f, battery on the one open file you have. Now this pawn is feet. That's pressure on it. Rook there to meet the queen. Those two pieces are removed, and then the other rook which is very common as well. Now this move is a bit weird because I understand he's trying to put his knight out here, but that piece for one turn is a good knight. Now here Carlos plays this move in prophylactic move so that he gets his bishops away from the knight. Now you just this knight outwards. I think you just need to get this knight here as soon as possible because you're just wasting time otherwise. And now you get knight here. Now this pawn is hanging, so you have to end it. That's the easiest way. That is also an option. And then bishop takes, or you can play the on this move as well. Those will work. Obviously go for. Or yeah, you can actually that move. Now I think knight defensive is not quite a threat at the moment, but knight's stuck in that section until you move until the knight is removed. pawn takes, knight takes, and queen. And Castle report. Repetto is trying to find something on the side of the board. Lasker just eliminates the strong knight, and now Repetto gets his strong bishop there, and he gets a rook on this file and go across, and at least at the moment, queen pins the bishop to the queen, and then this move just removes the queen. Now that is a free pawn, but it's not taken because if you don't, the rook is going to come to this side of the board, and your queen could be just out of the way, and it'd be very difficult. Now this move, very strong move. He hangs his bishop, but if his bishop gets taken, the knight takes. Queen to here is a. If his bishop gets taken, then your knight comes to here. Then your queen goes back to g6. Queen would take g6. Knight takes g6. Knight takes b7 and rook a1. And after all of that, white is up one pawn. And your knight would jump out this way with an attack on the rook. And then if rook comes to here, your knight will just, you can grab this pawn so that you don't lose this pawn. And white's just better here. So instead of going for that, now Lasker plays queen to d5. And now knight e3. Taking this pawn is the most critical move you can do. But after that, you get rook d1, queen e4, and now bishop takes h6 because of the pin to the king, and it's a really now you'd actually just sack a bishop here because your pressure is so dominant, and Lasker doesn't want to try and defend that. So after queen e3, he went queen here, and this is where the meat of this video begins. Here, there's a brilliant move, bishop to f6. But what would say happened? Bishop f6. Now this is over. The game happens that the queen is taken, but if the queen isn't taken, you can't actually take the bishop because you're pinned. So even if you don't take the queen, you can't. You can try to play a move like here, but then you're just getting this move, and king has to go here, and you'll get the same tactic of all your pieces go. So there's no defense against it. So now, what happens if the queen is taken? Well, now there's the amazing rook takes g7, king h8 only move. Now you take the pawn with discovered check, king h8 g8 only move. King g7 check, king h8 only move. Rook takes the bishop only move. Now king g8 again, the only move for black. Rook g7 check. cash out. Rook takes g5, king h7, this time because he can't go here because the rook cuts it. But now this square is vacated, and now you take the queen. And at the end of it, now king g6 and rook contacts each, and then there's no way you could defend both of those two pieces. So the count is 2 rooks and a knight for both players, but white has 2 extra pawns, which is a huge advantage at this level. And now white gets another pawn. He has 2 connected pass pawns, and he can use this pawn, and he has 2 connected pass pawns and a pass pawn that is connected. It's completely lost for black. King attacks rook and rook comes back, and now black tries to create some counterplay. Just rook takes check, king f6, rook takes f3, king g6, and now a3 defends the pawn, a5 to try and bust it open, bishop takes a5, rook takes a5, and now knight. In case you don't see it, the knight defends the pawn while attacking the rook. And rook target the pawn, rook defends the pawn, knight d7, rook takes e6 with check, it's undefended, king g5, here, king g5, and now the only winning move, g3, and it's completely lost. In case you're wondering, why did he play g3, why didn't he play like here? Why is g3 the only win? The reason why g3 is so strong is black always had the possibility of backmate, but now the king would just move up one. So he's threatening this pawn which can't be defended, and once he gets 5 pawns against no pawns, he'll be able to trade off the remaining pieces and have an easy victory. And that was the amazing win by Carlos Torre Repetto against Emanuel Lasker. And the windmill tactic is when you continuously check a king so to win loads of material, which he did with the rook in this corner after he sacked his